Yeah, Live Aid's just turned 40 very recently. I think it was as of last week. And, everyone is a big part of it, and especially you as a co-founder of the Live Aid Band Aid project. What strikes to your memory the most about this historical moment in musical history when someone asks about it? Because you probably would have had a lot of questions on British media and maybe even Australian media very recently about this.
Yeah, well, it's something more. It's become something more than just a musical event. It was a social event. It gave people a platform, to voice their opinions, to voice their discontent, and it changed things beyond what we hoped it would change. We knew there's a reason it was called Band-Aid. Now, Band-Aid is a sticking plaster in America, and it covers a small cut, but it can't fix a severed arm. So it was never set up to fix a problem, but it was set up to try and alleviate what we could of a problem. So for 40 odd years, the Band Aid Trust, the body of people that Bob and I have put together to surround ourselves with, to help us, oversee the spending of the gathering and spending of the funds, are still doing this on a daily basis. So every day we wake up to, two or three emails requesting funding for projects in sub-Saharan Africa. And of course, every time that record, Do They Know It's Christmas, gets played, Bob and I gave the songwriting royalties of that to the Band Aid Trust. So every time that's played, it generates income. So what we thought was going to be a 6-month project has turned into a 40-year plus project. So I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of how people used that medium and stood up and heard all those voices come together. And of course, there's been a 3-part documentary the BBC have just done on television, which tells the real story, warts and all, of how the whole thing came about and what it's achieved and what it didn't achieve and all of that stuff. And that's fascinating because I'd forgotten a lot of that stuff. 40 years ago, you do forget things. But also they reran the highlights of the concert. And I was stunned because I didn't see a lot of it. I was behind the stage a lot of the time. And I was stunned at the quality of the artists. The quality of the sound for a live broadcast was just immense. So yeah, it's been a real walk down memory lane, but a real eye opener for me as well. A real reminder of why it all happened in the first place and how well everyone managed to pull it off.